Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I'm here with another Pauper challenge today. I'm really excited for this. I've been loving these Pauper challenges, having a lot of fun. I am really stoked to play this deck because honestly, I think it's so good. I think it's really well positioned in the meta right now, and I have some specific hate cards, which you might be able to see, but I'll get to those. Let me shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link in the description below to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe, throw a like on this video. But I wanted to say, on one of the previous videos, I asked people, can you comment down below for the algorithm, help me out? And tons of people were commenting. I really appreciate it. You guys all crushed it. So if you can comment on this video, help me out. It means a lot. So thank you so much. Throw a comment. Tell me if you like this deck. Tell me if you hate it. Tell me if you like my content or if you hate it. All the same, just throw a comment on there. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, this is just Stompy with Bayou Groff. I played this deck right basically when Call Time came out in like the first challenge that weekend, and I got third place. And since then, a lot of people have just been basically adopting this Stompy list. Even Sacred Devil, who's the mono green master, I saw at first they were not playing Bayou Groff. Sacred Devil's a player, they're always at the top of the trophy race. They only play mono green, and they were not playing Bayou Groff. But then in one of the challenges, like last week or the week before, I saw their name and they were playing exactly my 75, and I was like, wow, the mono green master taking the Bayou Groff tech, and they even had like the triple riverbow on the side and everything. So it was pretty cool to see that. But I really believe in this card in this deck. I think it makes the deck a lot better. Yes, you have to play Young Wolf, but Young Wolf's not actually that bad, especially in conjunction with Groff. So I think Young Wolf Bayou Groff is the way to go in this list. It really helps you play around Cannonade. So I think this is where you want to be. This deck is really solid. It's really explosive, and it can actually grind pretty well. The only thing I changed from the last time I played this deck in the challenge is I cut one Vines down to two, and I went up to four Quirion Rangers. I could go down to one Colony Garden, but I'm gonna try the two one more time. It's been solid. I like it. Quirion Ranger is just so good. When you have the one Forest plus Quirion Ranger draw, it's actually really strong. So I think the four Quirion Ranger is good. It could be a third Vault Scourge as well. Looks like the challenge just started. But in the sideboard, I did make some changes, mostly because I'm expecting still some number of Mogwarts and Tron, and I just threw three relics in the sideboard. Basically, like, the Mogwarts matchup isn't that bad, but if you apply some pressure and put a relic down, they can't combo, and then they just basically can't win. I think also it's just nice to have these against Tron and whatever else, but I think this deck is really strong, and let's just go. Let's just go right into it. All right. We're against Killer SUV. I know this player. Just close these up for now. Would you like to play first? Yes. I mean, this hand isn't that great, but I'm actually going to just keep it. I don't think I should. Three lands is kind of a lot, but I don't think I should mulligan this hand when I have like a turn one Nettle, turn two Rancor it, attack for four. It's just like a solid draw here. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this challenge. Looks like the opponent is here. I played Killer SUV like when I was like 0-2 in one of the previous challenges like a month ago. I don't know if Killer SUV streams or not, but I know they're like active on Twitter. So cool to play against them. And they just fetch now for Island. Interesting. So it might just be some Fae deck. I mean, I can Rancor or I can just get the Nest Invader down. I kind of like Rancor right now while I can resolve it and hit for four this turn. It's just so much damage, and I still get to play a Quirion Ranger as well. I'm going to do it. Always yes, always healed. And then maybe on next turn I can go Nest Invader, Sackmail, Drowsy Spawn, Hunger, something, depending on what they do. So let's attack for four, play a Ranger, and F6. Nice. Good start. Obviously, being on the draw here is massive, and if they're just cantripping, I'm in a good spot. I mean, usually Stompy has a good matchup against these blue mid-range decks. Oh, are they playing Petals? That blue-green Storm deck? I mean, my game one should still be pretty good against them just because I don't think they can generally combo fast enough. I think it is that like Twiddle Petal Storm deck. It plays like 7 copies of, yep, it is 7 copies of this card basically, because there's another version that's the exact same card. 4 mana enchant land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 2 additional mana in any combination of colors. So it makes your land add 2 extra mana, and then you untap your land as you're going off. Let's hope we don't see that. I am just going to go for maximum clock here. So I'm just going to go for Nettle, sack my spawn after attacks, and then hunger my Quarian Ranger here, I think. So let's attack with both, because I want to get the untap from my hunger on my Nettle Sentinel here. Let's go sack, hunger here, hit for 7, and then I have lethal next turn, right? Oh no, I hit for 8. Yeah, put them to 8, and I have super lethal next turn. So I have a turn 4 goldfish, and I'm on the play, so they have to win next turn, basically. I don't think they play fogs or anything in the main deck, so yeah, looking good. No reason to use Quarian here. I'll just pass. I think this matchup is rough for them. I think they bring in like a bunch of fogs and stuff, but I think this is going to be a pure through depths concede. Psychic Puppetry. That's the 2 mana arcane spell that's Twiddle, basically. For 1, they can splice it. So they can untap this, but yeah, I'm just going to start by attacking. Oh, they tap this. Interesting. So I don't have lethal now. No vines or anything. Okay. I didn't have any instant also to just like untap it on my beginning combat, so. Oh, I could have used Quarian Ranger. I didn't have a stop. Wow, if they win, that's pretty embarrassing for me. But I mean, I guess they can win on their next turn. Oh man, that was a punt. I needed to stop. I didn't think about it long enough. It sucks. I'm just gonna commit. Brutal. Brutal mistake. I could have just let Dream's Grip resolve, use Quarian Ranger, and then attack. 3 mana Psychic Puppetry. Or Peer Through Depths plus Splice Psychic Puppetry. They can win this turn. It's I feel like it's kind of hard for them to win. Like they have to also play a Market Festival this turn. They're not actually gaining mana yet. Ponder. But yeah, it feels really bad. That was a huge mistake. So we know about Psychic Puppetry still, obviously. Brainstorm. Oh, feels bad just to have the win. But again, they have to win here. Okay, didn't get punished, but yep, one punt on the board. So that is not ideal. Let's bring in these unblockable things, and nice to have all these relics for sure. Don't think I want to play around. I think they're gonna have Moments Peace. I'm actually gonna look up their name and then look up that deck. Let's see. They play a ton of Magic, yeah. They have all these like legacy finishes, all these pioneer finishes. Pauper challenge from April 5th. I doubt they're playing this deck. Let's just look up what's that card called that they discarded? What's it called? I guess I can just look up like Dream Script or something. I don't know the ideal way to search for decks, but I just usually look it up by cards. I mean, this player, Sedin Rakin, is one player who's kind of like pushing this deck. So yeah, 4 Moments Pieced, 2 Weather the Storm they'll probably bring in. I think this is basically the list they're on. Yeah, Dawn's Reflection, Market Festival. Okay. I mean, I still am gonna bring in all the relics. It's good against Moments Peace, and it's good against they like recur Stream of Thought basically from their graveyard over and over by like just Stream of Thoughting stuff back into their deck, like Stream of Thought muddles back into their deck, and everything. They just keep drawing the same cards over and over as they make a bunch of mana. So bringing in 5 cards. Again, Nest Invader, just a little bit clunky. Savage Swipe is 100% dead though. They don't have any creatures to target with it. So I guess that makes it easy. Just take out all my Savage Swipes in a Nest Invader. Do I bring in any longbows over like one Nest Invader? I don't think that's good. I guess I should bring in all the Gleeful Sabotages, right? Even though it's a little bit awkward, I mean, nailing like a Market Festival or a Dawn's Reflection actually seems insane. So I can just take out Nest Invader because it's a clunky 2-drop. Yes, it enables Morbid and stuff, but I want to just turn 2 Groff, even if I have to sack like a Ranger or a Pit Skulk or something. I guess Vines is just bad. Yes, they can tap my creature, but I'll even 2 Nest Invader, take out the Vines. Taking out Savage Swipe Vines, 2 Nest Invader. Definitely should bring in Gleeful Sabotage. That was almost a mistake too. Let's tighten up here. Let's tighten up. I generally struggle in like the first round of these big tournaments as far as like playing perfectly. But again, I can just tighten up here and be fine. Yep, snap keep. I could settle for a turn 3 Bayou Groff by going turn 3 Garden into Groff. But I can also just turn 1 Garden, turn 2 Groff, get pressure going. Definitely keeping. Just not sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't need to rush on my Relic necessarily. Rancor. So if I can go turn 1 Quirion Ranger, turn 2 Rancor Pit Skulk, or I can go turn 1 Colony Garden, turn 2 Groff. I'm not going to be able to deploy Relic till like turn 4 with this hand, most likely. Do I want to Rancor up a Quirion Ranger and just start hitting with that? I think I do actually. I'm just going to take the Quirion Ranger into Rancor line because then I'm hitting for 3 on turn 2 and then 3 again on turn 3. Where if I just turn 2 Groff, I'm hitting for 5 on turn 3. And I think that this is actually better. I also get to play Pit Skulk next turn. And there's the Forest. Makes sense. Let's just go Rancor right now. Attack. I gotta be careful to set a stop on my begin combat if they tap my thing, because now I know. Play a 2/2 and pass. And yeah, I'm planning still next turn to go Garden into Groff. I like Colony Garden, honestly. Attack for 3 on turn 2, attack for 5 on turn 3. Oh wow, they just don't have a land. I mean, this is definitely a bad matchup for them. So I could use Quirion Ranger and go Young Wolf into Groff to make even more power. I don't get to play my Colony Garden this turn then, but let's see, I have 5, 10, and then I would have 12 power, so I'd represent lethal. The problem is they could have Weather the Storm here as well. The thing is, if I just play Groff, again, I'm not presenting lethal, and if they just go Weather the Storm, sure. All right, I'm gonna go Young Wolf and then upgrade my Young Wolf. Seems really good to me. Again, then I have 12 power. And they just didn't have Weather anyway. I mean, this is another turn 4 win here. Groff is just so good. Really good in this deck, so sweet. Okay, they're going Brainstorm. They have to hit like another land and then have a Moment's Peace. But I'm forcing them to use Moment's Peace and then I can just Relic as well. They just Brainstorm concede. Well, that was a quick round 1. Only 12 minutes into the round. So nice, got the first win. I punted once, but didn't get punished. That's like an incredibly good matchup for us. So 1-0, I'll see you in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. We're getting set and rocking, which is pretty funny because in the first round, when we like pulled up the deck list of what we thought our opponent was on, I was like, oh, set and rocking kind of I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, so I apologize. But this player kind of like pushed this deck forward in a way. I know other players did too, but they're usually on some type of combo deck. So, yep, pretty funny to get paired against them in round two. Makes sense. Let's see. Would you like to play first? Yes, I would. And yeah, perfect hand. Not perfect, obviously. We need one more sack outlet to be able to turn on these hungers, but we still have a turn one Young Wolf, turn two Groff. Looks like they're probably on. We're just only facing Storm. It's so funny. Okay, let's go land, attack, Groff, have 7 power. I know I can't like turn on these hungers yet, but I still think that this is the line I should take. Like, why would I not turn to like turn one Young Wolf, turn two Groff? It just applies so much pressure. Okay, this is the deck they're usually on. It's just blue white Storm. Um, Basically blue white flicker. They're really good at playing it, and they do incredibly well with it consistently. So, all right, land. Let's go play land. I think I'm gonna just like vines kill this when they block the young wolf. I could just play double hunger, but I think I'd rather just play vines and kill this. Oh, they're just not blocking. I think I'm just gonna leave up vines then. Should I play one hunger for one more power? This is 7. I think no. Surprised they didn't block there, honestly. I don't want to get snapped, so I definitely want to leave up vines for that. Sunscape Familiar. Okay, I need a Savage Swipe here. This card is like insane when they get to untap with it. They can't block my Skargan, which is nice. I think I'm just going. I wonder if I just need to play these as 1 mana +1/+1 counter. I kind of feel like I should. I'm just going to attack with all and see how they block. Can they win on like turn 4 without blocking? All right. Now I'm just going to go Hunger, Hunger, make a 4/4 wolf. That could be incorrect. I mean, I can likely win next turn anyway, and I want to just get this off the table. It's a weird kind of crappy line, but I want to just kill their 0/4, and they go Prohibit on the second one. That's annoying. I'm just gonna leave up vines now though, because I don't want to get snapped, like I said. They had the Prohibit. Interesting. They're only on 3 lands right now, 3 mana. There's Seagate Oracle. Okay. They go up to 8. Wonder if I should have just vines kill this. I don't think so. They still can't block my Skargan right now, and they only have planes up. So they're gonna have to chump Groff or they die. I think I'll just play land, attack with everything. And I'm gonna go for the win here since they only have planes up. If they're chumping Groff. Do I kill the God Pharaoh's Faithful? I don't think so. It's just let this happen, and they ephemerate that. All right, I think I need to vines their Seagate at this point because they're gonna get to draw so many cards here. Okay, we counter the ephemerate, kill the Seagate, and then go from there. Kind of sucks to have to do that, but I can at least recast Groff for 5 at this point. Yep. What I was afraid of. And then they just get back ephemerate. Yeah, I'm dead here. Wow. Get back. Snap. Yep. And they snap, make more mana. Jeez. Wonder if I should have killed this. I mean, it's not like I was really doing anything. They can just block here. Might as well just attack. They're going to just block here. They have 2 cards left, but they have ephemerate, so they can just keep snapping over and over and over. I think I'm like 100% dead. I just don't think I can beat like basically a snap every turn. And they have counterspell. I'll keep fighting for now, but I'm pretty close to conceding at this point. I thought this game 1 was decent for me, but I didn't I didn't draw any Savage Swipes to like take out Sunscape Familiar or God Pharaoh's Faithful, and I just couldn't do anything. Pretty impressive from them. And we just drew 7 lands also. All right, let's just go to the next one. They can get Counterspell back, and then I can never cast spells. GG. River Boas coming in. Let's try to pull up their list. Set in dot rockin'. I think they, again, play Twiddle Storm a lot too, which we just found out. Let's see. Just give me a second here. We got plenty of time. This is definitely the list they play most often, and they have the most experience with. 3 Archaeomancer, 4 God Pharaoh's Faithful main. Sometimes it's less than 4. 4 Mole, 4 Seagate, 4 Sunscape, Deep Analysis, 4 Snaps, 2 Prohibits, 2 Flickers, 2 Ephemerates, 1 Counterspell. They're going to bring in Quad Stonehorn Dignitary. Oh, God. Wow, and they're playing Mountain 1 Gorilla Shaman? Interesting. So they're just going to bring in... probably Quad Stonehorn Dignitary, and that's it. So I definitely just bring in these 5, and that's it. Don't think Gutshot does anything, don't think Weather does anything, and I don't think there's any targets for Gleeful, and they're 75. So bringing in these 5, just do I do the classic siding out Nest Invaders because they're bad? I actually do want Hungers, and I definitely want Savage Swipes because taking out key creatures is so huge. Vines is also not bad because they have 4 Snap, and I can just do what I did last time, is just counter their Ephemerate with a Vines. Nest Invader is just a little slow and it gets blocked by a lot of their stuff. I think I like siding out even all 4 because, again, I just want to Groff early and often. Let's see. Could go down a Skargan. Couldn't go down a Ranger. It's a little bit greedy. I could go down 1 Hunger because I didn't want to side it out, but it's bad against Snap specifically. So I think I'm going to do that. A lot of my stuff is kind of bad against Snap, but what are you going to do? Maybe this matchup's not actually that good. Triple Relic does help a lot. It helps them, it really stops them from like just getting like so much recursive value, but yeah, it's going to be rough here. All right. This hand's not that great, but maybe I draw a Groff on my first draw step on turn 2. And if not, I still just make a bunch of power. Oh, God. That's all I can do. Oh, Jesus. We're dead. We're dead. Just getting absolutely smashed here. And I can't turn on Morbid because I set out all my Nest Invaders. Okay, let's attack. I'm gonna go block. Do I have to make a 4/4? I think I do. And just so bad. We got him down to 20. We got him down to 20. Obviously, that's not a good play. It's just 1 mana instant, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It's just terrible. But I don't think I'm like really doing well in the long game. And wow, jeez. And they have the snap too. Gain 2 life. Oh man, I'm off this. Just draw a land. It's attack for 1. Hit them down to 21 and play a 2 mana 2/2. Wow, I just can't beat God Pharaoh's Faithful. It's just brutal. God Pharaoh's Faithful too strong. Seagate Oracle. I think I'm just going to concede, but I guess I'll keep playing for a turn or two. Oh man, I can't. I just I'm not going to even attack. We're off it. We're off it. All right. GG's. Fun match. See you around. That was just disgusting. All right. We stomped round one. We got stomped round two. Oh man, that was brutal. Okay, 1-1. Let's try to fight back. I'll see you in round three. All right, welcome to round three here with Stompy. We had two quick rounds. First round, we stomped them. Second round, we got stomped, and now we're here in round three. We're against Simic Horizon, and this hand they kept 7. This hand is actually not that good. Like if we had one more land, it would be good, or if we had a Quirion Ranger, I would keep. But I think I'm just supposed to mulligan. Like I'm playing turn one Young Wolf, and then if I just don't hit a land, I just have to Rancor, and then that's it. I mean, this hand isn't terrible. If I ever draw a second land, like in the first 2 turns, this hand gets a lot better. Let's look at our odds just because it's fun. And I think it's actually good to do that. So we have 17 lands in the deck. 2 of them are Colony Gardens, but let's just ignore that fact for now. So we have 1 land in hand. So we have 16 lands in the deck out of 53 cards. We're on the draw. So each draw step, we have a 30% chance to draw a land. And we kind of need to draw a land by turn 2. So we have a 30% chance, and then it gets slightly better because then it's 16 out of 52, which, turns it into like a 30.5% chance or whatever. Let's see what it is. 16 divided by 52. Yeah, 30.7% chance. So we have a 30% chance to draw land on our first draw step, and then a 30.5% chance to draw land on our second draw step. So we're not that likely to hit a land by turn 2. And then, like, if we don't, we can't Savage Swipe, and we can't really do anything. We can make a 3-1 trample on turn 2 if we miss on lands, and then we'll be drawing other spells. It's pretty close because if I do draw a land and they play any creature, I get to go Burning Tree into Savage Swipe it, which is pretty solid. I'm not sure what to do. This is a tough decision. I am on the draw. I'm just going to keep. Because if I draw other 1-drops, I can keep playing spells. And if I draw a land, then this hand actually gets pretty good. Excuse me. I have like something stuck in my throat. All right, well, 2-drop is basically the worst possible draw. I feel like we're against burn here. Oh no, maybe it's blue-red Fae? Yeah. We played against Simic Horizon the other day. Were they on blue-red curve? They could be on that. Don't really want to just go for Rancor here. Okay, well, now I'm going to. They upgraded my Young Wolf. And they Thought Scour themselves. Okay, we totally missed. If I draw a land next turn, though, I can play so many things. I mean, the problem is, so this is the player that's on blue-red curve, by the way, because they played Thought Scour. I'm like pretty much certain. Straw is just not working out, though, and I wish I remembered that they were on this deck because I probably wouldn't have kept as well because Savage Swipe is just dead. Oh, Strategic Planning. I feel like I saw this player post a list and they were on for Strategic Planning, which was interesting. I mean, if they just play a curve next turn, I'm in trouble. Okay, there we go. Thank you. So, just not going to mess around. Yeah, they could have a Cannonade, but I think they don't have Cannonade in their list. Kind of want to try to pull up their list, but I think it's going to be hard for me to find it on Twitter. I think I might have liked it or commented on it, but I'm not sure. I remember seeing like the quad strategic planning and they had like 4 ponder, 0 brainstorm. And I was thinking, that's weird. But even if they curve here, I think I can kill them. They block here, they take 6, 9. I can't fight this. Oh, there's vines. So is that lethal? I take 6, 10. No, it's not lethal, but I mean, it's pretty good. Let's see, they're gonna block here. I can even just bind this, kill the fractal. Yeah, that's insane. I can't savage swipe though, right? There's no way to savage swipe. I don't think there's any way. Okay, still looking good here. 6, 10 if I vines. Yeah, I mean, getting their 8, 8 off the table is great, right? So you can see we missed on lands, but then we were still able to function pretty well here. Next turn I can go Rancor plus Hunger to play around removal. And if they just play another Snake, I think they're going to die. I thought this matchup was good for Blue-Red Snake, but I think it's actually not that good. I think they're dead here. They play a 9/9 Snake, but I can just go Rancor something up. They have to block that, and then I can attack with everything. And then they block here. I sack Eldrazi Spawn, Hunger here for lethal. Nice. So I don't know if I finished my thought, but yeah, you can see we missed on lands for the first 2 draw steps, and then we hit, and then we were still able to deploy so many spells. So I like keeping these land light hands with this deck because eventually when you get there, you can deploy a lot of spells. I think Relic actually doesn't really do anything against them. I think I just want to go aggro. I'm going to try to find their list real quick. So bear with me. I'm actually just going to pause for a second and see if I can pull it up. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to find it, but I don't think it changes too much about how I sideboard, but it could change how I play, because if I knew they had a certain number of cannonades, I would play around it a little bit more, but I'm not sure exactly what I can do. Well, all these Savage Swords I think need to come out. I can bring in 2 relics to play around, or to basically counter only Frantic Inventory, or I can bring in a couple longbows. What does longbow actually do? Not that much. Even though I know Relic's not that good against them, I think it's better. I think Savage Swipe is essentially dead. Most of the time, they're not going to play a small snake, especially with the way their build is with that 2-drop, whatever it is. 2 mana, look at the top 3, take 1, put the other 2 into your graveyard. What's the card called? Can't find it. It's always so hard to find it on here. Strategic planning. Yeah, let's just go with this sideboard, I think. Vines is fine. Plays around removal. Relic, I can at least kind of like just be annoying against their frantic inventories. I mean, we're on the draw again with a 1-lander, but I'm going to keep. Really high upside with this hand because I get to go turn 1 Young Wolf, turn 2 Groff if I hit. If not, I can still either Rancor or, you know, play some 1/1s. Gonna lead Young Wolf though. I think it's the highest upside. Good against removal as well. If they just pass with mana up, I think I'm just attacking and playing a Vault Scourge. Preordain. I don't want to play a Rancor into open mana if I can help it. It was also weird how they just bolted my Young Wolf last time. Orient Ranger. Okay, I'm going to attack and then play a Quirion Ranger plus a Vault Scourge. I think they have Bolt most likely. It's not like it's better to play Quirion Ranger next turn, so I might as well just play it here. Get to double spell because of it. So assuming this, I mean, because this wasn't a land, it was a better spell that I could draw. Wow, they're just bolting now. That makes sense, actually. I can get Rancor down while I can resolve it. Or I can just play a Vault Scourge. I mean, resolving the Rancor is not bad. It's like kind of safe to do that. But then if they have to tap out for like a pieces or something, it's better to just get the Vault Scourge down. This also is, I guess, worse against Cannonade because I don't get the Rancor back, but I think I do need to commit into the board a little bit. Kind of want to just play a Groff next turn. So I guess also getting a body down to sack to Groff is good. I'd rather have a 2-power thing than one. Wow, they go for spread on Ranger. Makes sense. That means they don't have Cannonade though, or maybe they do, but they're down to only 3 cards. I have a flyer. I think I want to just suit up my flyer and go. Because Curve does not block Vault Scourge, and I keep gaining life, which is definitely relevant. I mean, if they go land Curve, it's not that good. Alright, I'm just going to attack. And then I can play a Relic, or I can just keep committing to the board. I think I play a Young Wolf. Okay, they do have Cannonade. Now I think I play Nettle. I could also just play a Vault Scourge, because the Curve doesn't block that. And if they tap out for Curve, then I can just Rancor this up and kind of race that way. Alright, I'm going to do it. Obviously, we never drew another land this game, so this is looking kind of rough, but I mean, I'm still playing spells. I'm still in this game. Frantic Inventory, okay. We're just too mana tight to really deal with this Relic right now. They just bolt? Sure. Brutal. I just can't even, like, I don't have time to activate Relic for an additional mana, so I just need to keep committing creatures to the board. God, that sucks. I mean, they're going to play a huge snake pretty soon. There's a Scred. Okay, there's a land. So now I'm going Burning Tree, not into Groff, but I'm going into Young Wolf plus Relic. Just might as well tap, even though it doesn't really do anything. Just might as well play correctly, considering this is a challenge. I think this is better than just ending the turn with a 5-4, because I could have gone Groff, sack Burning Tree, but I like this. Well, if they have a curve and they're cycling Ash Barrens, that's kind of weird. They can easily have Counterspell. If they have another Frantic Inventory, they should just basically play their Ancestral Recall right now. I don't want to just play Rancor into their board. So I think I'm going to attack, play Ranger, then play Groff. If this Ranger gets countered, it's annoying. They do have Cannonade. Interesting. Okay. So now I can still go Ranger, sack Ranger, and play Groff, and just have the most power that way. Obviously, I'm getting wrecked by a snake, so I could just go Ranger into Riverboa, and then not leave up Regenerate. It seems kind of bad. I want to draw a 3rd land before I deploy Riverboa, but I guess this could get countered as well then. Also, I don't get to leave up a Relic at all. For like another Frantic Inventory. What about playing Quirion Ranger plus Rancor? I think not playing Groff has got to be wrong. I know this reduces my mana for next turn, but I do get to play a 5-power thing. They have multiple Cannonades, so we know that now. Curve, it's a 12-12. Okay. I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 potentially. Do I just play Nest Invader? Because then that gives me a good chump blocker. I think so. I can't really attack if I just play Nest Invader. I can just chump with Eldrazi Spawn. And then attack back for a bunch of damage. Another cannonade would obviously be brutal, but they've already played two. Strategic planning, sure. I can always pop Relic using this Eldrazi spawn if I have to. Thought they'd been to Frantic Inventory for a second, but they didn't, right? This puts one, yeah, the rest into your graveyard. Okay, and they're thought scouring themselves, sure. There's the fling, okay. I'd like to see that the fling is in the yard. I mean, if they attack, I think I would go block sack. Another River Boa. I can also sack the Eldrazi spawn, play River Boa with Regenerate up. That actually seems pretty good. It's not like my Rancor is really doing anything now, and then I get to play a River Boa with Regenerate up, and I can block Regenerate or just like chump with a Nest Invader. It seems good to me, actually. Just always leave Regenerate up if I can. I mean, if they play Ancestral Recall, I'm going to have to pop Relic. But I'm going to plan to not even block Fractal with River Boa and just try to get my Rancor down on the River Boa and just start getting in for 4. River Boa is really good in this matchup. I mean, man, we've only drawn 1 land this whole game, but we've been able to play most of our spells still. All right, well, I have another River Boa. If they can kill this one, they can, but I can't let them Ancestral, so is what it is. I wasn't gonna block with River Boa anyway, so I'm gonna just plan on chumping with. Okay, they don't attack. That's good for me. Burning Tree Emissary. I can go Burning Tree Emissary, Quirion Ranger, use Quirion, play Rancor, or I can just ignore the Burning Tree and just go Quirion Ranger, use it, play Rancor, leave up Regenerate once. I think I like that. Let's just go Quirion Ranger. Use it on whatever. Looks like they're just like kind of F6'd here. I don't understand. Got Regenerate up. They're at 10. They play a tap land. Do they play another big snake? I wonder what they have in hand. Maybe counter spells? No, they were F6'd. I don't know what they have. They're attacking now. I'm definitely going to chump. Temur Battle Rage would actually be a cool card for that deck to play. Because then you just kill them, basically. Do I block here? Sure. Keep my Quirion around for additional mana. Snake. Yep. 2020 Snake. I might be able to actually beat that, though. Land, okay. So now I can go attack for 4, Burning Tree into River Boa. If I attack with everything they block here, they take 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's better to just only attack with River Boa. Again, they already milled the Fling, if I'm not mistaken. Where is it? It's the bad art Fling. That art is just honestly terrible. Sorry. Okay, so I attack for 4, go Burning Tree, go River Boa, and then they basically, I don't think they have another Fling in their deck, so I think they're in trouble here. I am not going to block with a River Boa. I'm just going to leave up Regenerate. I've essentially lethal unblockable here. They can always like bolt a River Boa and then make me Regenerate. Pieces of the puzzle, sure. What was revealed? So this is the graveyard, and they took what into their hand? Lightning Bolt and Thought Scour. So they have a bolt for this that they can fog it for 1 turn. I hope I'm not F6'd. Okay, so now we regenerate, and they can play another bolt on it, but then I still get to just play my Rancor on this. Thought Scour, okay, that means they're dead, right? They're gonna attack with both, just desperation. Hope I don't block this. Yep, got him. Nice. I thought this matchup was gonna be good for this deck for a blue-red curve, but I think it's actually not bad for Stompy, especially when you have multiple river boas, and like you come out of the gate too fast. Like you saw that game, they played. Look at all these removal cells: bolt, scred, cannonade. How many? Two bolts, two cannonades, two screds. I don't know if they played all those because I think they milled some of them, but they played a lot of them. They definitely played two cannonades and multiple removal spells, and made two snakes, and it just wasn't enough. I mean, they did mill the fling. If they had ever found the fling, they could have won. And they had only 18 cards left, so unfortunate that they milled their own fling, but that'll happen with that build of the deck. So yeah, felt kind of lucky to get there in game two, but I think this matchup is actually close, but maybe, excuse me, favored for Stompy. But I wanted to say really cool to see blue red curve in the challenge. I mean, I feel like I kind of built the deck. I know, like I said, the last time I played Blue Red Curve, actually, it's coming out after this video, but there's another league of Blue Red Curve coming out. But Campo kind of 5-0'd with, they didn't kind of, they 5-0'd with the deck and they made some changes. And this player made some changes as well. But I think after I posted the video and went 4-1 with Curve, more people started picking it up and working on the deck, and just really cool to see. I love building a deck and then seeing a bunch of other people start playing it. That's one of my favorite things to do in Magic. So nice. Advance to 2-1, and I'll see you in round four. All right, round three. Snap, keep this hand. Turn one, Young Wolf. Turn two, Groff. We're doing it all day. Let's go. Burn. Burn it is. I think Burn's a pretty good matchup. Groff is the truth in this matchup. Searing Blaze. Oh, Curse. Okay. Oops. Let's attack first. Let's not get a little too overhyped here. Just trying to play fast. All right. 2-2 and 5-4. Can you kill me before I can kill you? Maybe. I'm at 10. I go to 9. All right. I go Rancor, my 5-4. It's harder to kill. And I attack for 9. And I guess I just go Vines Kicked. I think that's correct. Just hope I don't die. They have to kill Bayou Groff or kill me. They only had 2 lands, so Bolt Bolt's not enough. Bolt Bolt Fire Blast obviously does it. But, I mean, if they win turn 4 on the play and I would have won turn 4, then it is what it is. But Groff too good. Groff too good. Nice. I used to have 3 Weather the Storms, now I only have 2, but I still think this matchup is good for us. Don't think I want to bring in even one Gleeful Sabotage. I don't like that. What do I want to take out for the 2 Weathers? I actually do kind of like Vault Scourge, even though you have to take 2 life to you have to pay 2 life to play it. With any Rancor or Hunger, it immediately just pays for itself. It can be pretty solid. I can just take out the classic 2 Nest Invaders, and that's what I think I'm gonna do. Don't want to board out Savage Swipe for sure. Just because our deck plays like pretty much all creatures with some tricks, we just go like play our creatures out. Can you answer it? And Burn has to like choose, okay, do I burn face or do I kill your creatures? And it makes it pretty tough because like all our damage sources are repeatable damage sources. So they have to answer them. Where they're like lava spikes and stuff, if they don't have enough to kill us, or if we're pressuring them enough where they have to start turning their bolts at our creatures, it's just really bad for them because then all of our like cards are continual damage sources where theirs are not. Riverbow is interesting because regenerate's not bad, but I think I'm just gonna sideboard minimally. Because I sat out Nest Invader so frequently, I wonder if there's a way to just like cut it from the deck and run more one drops or something. That could be reasonable. I mean, or at least go down to like two, because I always want to side it out. It's like the clunkiest card in the deck. That being said, though, it's still fine with like Groff, and it's good with Hunger, and it's just good against Edict, and it's also pretty decent with Burning Tree, so it has a lot of synergies with the deck. It's just kind of like not quite good enough. All right, well, we used 1 minute and 2 seconds off our clock for game one. So I think we're going to be okay time-wise. Not sure what the opponent's doing here. All right, opponent was gone for a couple minutes. They're back. His hand's not like incredible, but it's like totally fine, right? I guess it is just a good hand. Turn one Nettle, turn two Burning Tree into something else, depending on what happens. Turn one Lava Spike, it's fine. Ooh. I mean, it's tempting just to run that out. Maybe I can run out on a turn and hunger it on the same turn. That seems better to me to wait. I'm actually just going to play Nettle here because that is the most power. And actually, yeah, this is better to not play it because turn two, I can go Burning Tree, Young Wolf, Vault Scourge if I want. All right, let's attack first. I'm not going to Rancor it up because I'm going to Burning Tree here. I want to just deploy all my creatures. It's always yes and yield to this. So I have some options here on this Burning Tree. I can play Young Wolf plus Vault Scourge, or I can just play Nest Invader. I can also play Nest Invader plus Vault Scourge. But I don't want to do that because I want to be able to... Yeah, maybe I just play Nest Invader, and then next turn I have the option to go like Vault Scourge plus Hunger on my Vault Scourge. Or at least have my Eldrazi spawn token to be able to enable Morbid for this safely and just ignore the Young Wolf for now. I think that's what I like to do. Let's go. See, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. We just deploy all our creatures. We're like, here, like, you kind of have to answer this. I mean, this is good. It's really good against me, but I might be able to beat it. Skewer, target me. Groff. Wow, that's good. Groff is good. I want to be able to make a 4/4 Vault Scourge because they just might not have basically any answer to that. What I can do is I can go like Rancor up a Nettle Sentinel, just attack with that. Hit for 4. They're not going to block, right? And then I get to go make a 4/4 Vault Scourge and play a Young Wolf. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's Rancor this up. Just, if they don't block this, I can also, when I play a green spell, it's going to untap. Also have the option to just like sack Eldrazi spawn and then hunger this. Could have played like a Vault Scourge main one, but I think I like just not showing them that. All right, so let's go hit for 4, sack this, play a Vault Scourge, go down 9. Yes, it's a little bit risky, but they only have 2 cards in hand. And now I have a 4/4 flying lifelink. And I will block the Keldon Marauders with the Nettle Sentinel here. I don't want to block it with Vault Scourge because I want them to have to spend 2 burn spells on Vault Scourge if they can't kill me. And they have a land. Okay. I'm pretty safe at this point. I mean, if they have double Fire Blast in hand, they can kill me on upkeep. Okay, they just Fire Blast the Vault Scourge. This is actually fine because this can allow me to survive. They don't attack. Okay. I go to 8. Savage Swipe. They're at 14. I mean, I guess I can just ignore Groff this game and just go Savage Swipe, hit for 10 down to 4 and play a Young Wolf. Seems good. I mean, they can interact with this, sure, but then they have to spend a burn spell to do so, like a bolt. And then there's just no way they can assemble enough cards to beat me at that point. If I go to 7, and then I just play a Young Wolf main 2. It's kind of a weird the lines that I took ignoring the Groff. I could have just never played Vault Surge, but I did force them to have to kill that. Okay, we're looking good. Nice. Just got him. Another super quick match, and they have another land. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. Oh man, nice. So advance to 3-1. I mean, this deck is incredible. I have had such success with this mono green Stompy deck with Groff Stompy. It's like, let me just go through the leagues I played. I played 3 leagues with the deck. I 4-1'd every single time. The other tournament I played this deck in was a challenge, and I think what was my overall record? I don't exactly remember, but I got third in the challenge. So 3 leagues, all 4-1s, third in the challenge. Now I'm playing it in another challenge and I'm 3-1. This deck is honestly just incredible, and I think it's really strong right now. So another really quick league, and I'll see you in round 5. Let's go. Let's just try to take this thing down. Round 5, we're against VJ, and I don't know what deck they're going to be on, but I just looked up their name, like basically on MTG Goldfish on the 5-0 list and stuff like that. And they don't have that many posts, but their last post, which was not too long ago, which was less than a week ago, they were just playing exactly my Stompy list. So this could easily be the mirror. Just good to keep in mind. I mean, obviously they can be playing any deck, but yeah, good. Again, just good to keep in mind. I'm on the draw. I'm gonna keep this. This is just one land. We do have a Korean Ranger, and then we have double Burning Tree and some Rancor. So if this is the mirror, yeah, this is a good hand to keep. We don't have Savage Swipe, which is really good in the mirror, but okay, we draw another land. Nice. Still gonna just play Korean over Pit Skulk, because I'd rather be able to Bloodthirst this if I can. I feel like they're gonna Groff me here. Rancor it up and then attack. Okay, well now I get to go attack Burning Tree, Pit Skulk. Definitely not blocking. They Pit Skulk, okay. Now I can't attack, it sucks. I can still go Burning Tree, Pit Skulk, or I can play double Burning Tree plus 1 Rancor. I think I want to do double Burning Tree plus Pit Skulk here. They have 2 cards left. Okay, let's pass. Can't attack into their 2/2. I want to slap both the Rancors on my Pit Skulk. Oh god. I think I'm gonna have to trade with the Young Wolf at this point. Might as well just trade the Quarian for it. This isn't really doing anything anymore. Then I'm getting hit for 6 damage down to 11. Being on the draw is pretty rough here. I can't block the Pit Skulk again because my power just isn't high enough on my creatures. I might need to just Rancor up a Burning Tree to try to block the Pit Skulk. If they have a Hunger here, I'm just dead, basically. Another Pit Skulk. They have another Rancor in hand, though. That's the problem. They're just going to make this 6 power and kill me in 2 hits. Not really sure like if I have any outs at all. I mean, I can double Rancor up a Burning Tree and then not attack with anything. It's pretty damn bad. Anything they have, like I get crushed basically. But if I attack, I'm just losing the race also. Again, if they just put a Rancor here, I die. If I double Rancor up a Burning Tree and they put a Rancor here, I can trade with one and then put both the Rancors on another Burning Tree. I think that's honestly what I have to do. It's Colony Garden, double Rancor this, no attack. It's a weird line, but I know they have a Rancor in hand, so I need to be able to block this. I need to play for the longer game a little bit and just hope I draw better than them. They're definitely on just my Groff Stompy list. So I mean, they could have made some changes, but I'm pretty confident I know that they're just going to be on that older 75, which is probably better in the mirror. Okay, so they did put it there. They're going to attack for 4. They're attacking with all. Okay. Well, this is fine. I'm going to go. I actually can't trade the burning tree for this, so I need to chump it with plant actually. Because if I block here, then when they suit this up for 6 power, I'll have no way to block it if I don't double Rancor this. So I need to just actually go like this, go to 7, get both of my Rancors back. So many Rancor triggers here. And then I double Rancor up a burning tree and then block this. They probably just replay Rancor. Oh, they hunger? Oh no. A little too late to the party. I just die to this. There's no outs. All right. I actually haven't played the mirror too much. I don't know how good longbow or gutshot is. I feel like not great. I mean, again, most of the things are 2 power. And gutshotting or like I guess longbow is decent. But I also kind of like just not sideboarding and just running it back. Nest Invader is actually decent at enabling Morbid and just being another body. I don't want to try to relic their young wolves. Riverboa, it does regenerate, which can be tough. Which can be tough to deal with in the mirror. Like, what if I just bring in 2 Riverboas as a 2-1 regenerate and take out 2 Nest Invader? I think that's honestly worse. Again, Gutshot can be good if you nail like a Corian Ranger or you're able to get like nab a Vault Scourge before they make it bigger. But I think overall, I just don't want to mess with that, and you have to pay life. Longbow is just slow. I'm just gonna not sideboard. Just gonna jam. Let's go game 2. We got this. All right, game 2 here against VJ in the mirror on the play. I mean, I guess I'm supposed to keep this hand, right? It's just a functional draw, and I can set up a decent hunger play here. Just gonna go Young Wolf, and then likely Burning Tree into Pit's Cloak. But if they just like trade off for this Young Wolf, I might just consider like double hungering it or something, you know? Just make a huge thing early, which is pretty decent. They were also on the mulligan there, but they just came out of the gates a little too hot. Couldn't catch back up. They play a Young Wolf. Okay. I'm gonna start just by attacking. Wouldn't be surprised if they trade here. And if they don't trade, then I just probably go Burning Tree into Pit Skulk. Because I obviously am not going to play Hungers until there's Morbid. It would be interesting just to leave up double Hunger, but I just don't think I can do that. One, because it puts +1/+1 counters on this, so it doesn't undie. And that's assuming they're going to like Groff next turn or something. So let's just do this. I could have played double Pit Skulk, I suppose, but I chose to do this. I'm not sure. Pit Skulk I can play plus another spell next turn where Burning Tree. Yes, that is true, but it makes it a little bit more awkward. Burning Tree into Groff. Yep. Wish I had Hunger up, but I wasn't going to play one Pit Skulk and leave up Hunger. Okay, there's Vines. Interesting. So I can consider just attacking with everything. I think I'm going to do that. I can not attack with this Scargan because I want to put a bunch of +1/+1 counters on it. They're gonna block Skargan with a 2/2, right? I guess they could block that with a Groff. Yeah, maybe I attack with everything except Skargan. Try to get this Morbid going. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm not sure. This kind of telegraphs my play a little bit more, but I think this is fine. If they just block Young Wolf on Groff, I'm just gonna let that happen and not use my vines yet. They could also just take 3 here. Their board is pretty massive. I think I still like this attack though, because if I attack with Skargan and they block with either Young Wolf or Burning Tree Emissary, then I'm kind of forced, like, I have to kind of save this Skargan unless I literally just want to trade for one of those two things. And then I don't want to have to Vines my Skargan just to basically kill a 2/2. If they block, like, Burning Tree like Bayou Groff on Burning Tree Emissary and I get to Vines and kill Bayou Groff, that's actually really good. And if they block Young Wolf, then I get to just upgrade it. Yeah, they're just not going to block. Okay, so now I just go Pit Skull 2/2, pass, and then if they try to Savage Swipe, I just get Divine, save my thing. I mean, they do have a lot of power, but I also have these Hungers up. Okay, so there's the Savage Swipe. So, I mean, I can actually just Vines their creature, right? Because then it won't get +2/+2. I can also just leave up Hunger here, and then just like they'll attack, and then I just Hunger this block. But I think just Vinesing this is better, honestly. I guess they could go Vines. Just counter the Savage Swipe. Keep my Pit Skulks around. Again, I'm not enabled to Morbid yet, but oh man. And a Colony Garden, okay. So I wonder if I just need to trade now, as bad as that is. They have 2 cards left. I kind of want to keep one Pit Skulk around to when I make it, like, if I am able to ever trigger Morbid and put a bunch of counters on this, then it just, like, becomes so much better. Could take 9, go to 11. Just gonna trade. Don't know if I'm playing this game that well. All right, now I'm going to attack for 2, play a land, and then just take a big hit from this, and then double Hunger, because I can trigger Morbid since I didn't attack. And maybe I wasn't supposed to attack last turn either, because I knew they were going to attack back, but I thought they would block. Guess they're playing pretty well, though. Walk here. Upgrade my thing. So I can make an 8/8. They play a Young Wolf. Okay. I need to draw like a Rancor or something. Now I also have the choice of, and they Hunger that. God damn. All right, well now I just need to put all the counters on my Young Wolf. They're just have a bigger thing than I do. Okay. Ah, God damn it. Looks like we're going down, most likely. It's not over yet, but I need to just try to trade for their Groff. I take 2 out of 5. Yep, it's just not ideal here. They just want to trade, or do they have Vines also? Should I have double blocked? Well, actually, I don't think so, because then Vines would still just kill both my things. They get their Rancor back, and are they going to Rancor up their Young Wolf? Probably. They have 3 cards in hand. They Rancor up their plant. Colony Garden's good, people. I think I need to trade for their plant, as bad as that is, and then just hope I draw something. I can cast Groff at this point for 5. Savage Swipe. Brutal. It's disgusting. Now I go to 1. I don't know if I have outs. Drew land there in the last 2 turns, so that'll happen. I wonder if I could have played game 1 or even game 2 any differently. I think the turn where I attacked in game 2 might have been bad. It's tough to say. When I attacked with the Young Wolf and the Burning Tree Emissary, what if I had stayed back and left up Hunger somehow? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. Anyways, rough round there, losing to the mirror. 3 and 2. I think there should be 2 rounds left. So I probably need to win out to have a shot at top 8, but I was one of the lowest 3-1s. So my tiebreakers are not going to be great. Again, could have played better there, but not really sure. 3 and 2 still. Let's just try to fight back and get up to 5-2. If not, at least hope for 1-1 in the last 2 rounds to at least get a little prize going. So, all right, see you in round 6. 3 and 2 now after getting defeated by the mirror. We're in round 6 here. We're against White Czar, and I'm gonna keep this hand. Sand doesn't look insane, but looks fine. They mulligan to 6. I don't know what they're on. Oh no, it's the mirror. I know it's walls. Sketchy, sketchy. Kind of want to just lead with a turn 1 Vault Surge to just, because that's the only thing that can really start getting in there. And then maybe on like turn 3, I can Hunger the Howlpack it up. Seems like what I want to do though. Turn 2, I can play 1-drop plus Garden, or I can go like turn 2 Nest Invader. We'll see what I draw. I really want to just find a Rancor here. Okay, they didn't hit anything too scary there. There's a Young Wolf. I feel like I should garden next turn, because the later you garden, generally, like the more mana efficient you can be. Because think about it, if I garden here, I get to spend 1 mana this turn and then 3 mana next turn. But I think it's better to forest and spend mana earlier, spend 2 mana this turn, 2 mana next turn, and then after that I keep getting to spend 3 mana. I think it's better just generally if you don't need the token to wait on garden. That being the case, what do I want to do here? I cannot enable Morbid this turn. So I want to just use my mana as efficiently as possible. Again, I can just play Nest Invader right now. I can play like double Young Wolf. I should just play Forest Nest Invader, because then that if I just play like double Young Wolf and then next turn I Nest Invader, I don't have enough mana to even Hunger. So I think it's actually pretty easy, just Nest Invader here. And then we'll just attack for 1 and pass the turn. All right. It's their turn 3 here. I'm definitely going to Hunger up my Voltage. I mean, that's all I can really do. Hopefully, just like their draw is not too explosive. This is not a great matchup. You really need Savage Swipe in this matchup too, similar to Elves. Rubble Fort. I mean, if that's all they're going to play, that's beatable. Savage Swipe. So close, so close. I can't even use the mana off this, which sucks. But I will just attack with both of these. I mean, I could, if they block here, I could just Hunger up my Nest Invader I don't get to start gaining life, but killing Rebel 4 is massive. I'm just going to attack with both of these. I don't think they're going to block, is my guess. There's no way, right? If they do, I'm taking out that Rebel 4. Okay. They didn't block, so let's go sack, hunger, this flyer. And I start gaining life, which is relevant, especially if they're not the combo version. So I think I'm going to go. I mean, Colony Garden's not really doing much except giving me more mana overall. I mean, I could just go Pit Skull plus Colony Garden. That might be better than deploying Quarian Ranger. I mean, Ranger's not doing that much. I guess I can threaten to like untap a Vault Scourge and block or something, but I don't think that's that relevant. Let's just play a Pit Skull, play a Garden. Pass. And then I'm just going to attack with everything, and I don't have any pump spells, but they don't know that. So I could easily have like a Vines or something that they're not aware of. Rebel Fort's actually a hell of a card. Are they going to play an Overgrown Battlement here or a Axebane Guardian? A Winding Way. Oh no, they hit 4 that time, and they hit an Overgrown Battlement. Jeez, I'm in trouble. I mean, again, I have a 4/4 flying lifelink, so that should buy me some time. Do they have to sack Tinderwall here to be able to play Overgrown Battlement and then give them less mana? I don't think they can boarding party this turn, most likely, but they can potentially double boarding party next turn. They have another Tinderwall. Caretaker. I really just need to draw Savage Swipe. Especially if they deploy Overgrown Battlement, but I don't even know if they're... Oh, it looks like they are going to. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So yeah, they can't quite boarding party. Or no, they can. But they'd have to sack another Tinderwall to boarding party this turn. Looks like they might do it. Go Tinderwall and then boarding party. These are gone. This is gone, and one of these is gone. And they boarding party into Caretaker. 3 cards in hand still. We know one of them is boarding party, and that's all we know. They attack for 6. I'll just chump with plant. Wow, they don't block. Okay. I think I just attack in the air now because they get to just eat Nest Invader or Pit Skulk and then get a free block. I don't actually have a way to pump. So, yeah. I do have a lot of Young Wolves to be blocking with, though. If they're not like the combo version, I might be able to just get there in the air, potentially. So now let's go Burning Tree Emissary, Quarian Ranger, Young Wolf, untap, Young Wolf. Okay, cards are on the table, literally. Bad joke, but also literally just what I was trying to say. Oh no, Ulamog's Crusher with haste. Oh, Dino. Dino into lead the Stampede? Don't like that. Into Rebel Fort. And Axebane Guardian. Can they cast? They can cast Axebane Guardian and activate it and cast another boarding party. But the only thing that's really, oh, they can block my Vault Scourge with Dino now. That's the problem. So now I need to draw one of the 2 Vines. I mean, I'm in trouble. If I draw Vines, I can just kill Dino. I guess they can't really attack me. Their deck just goes so over the top in the late game. They're not going to play Axebane Guardian? Okay, there's Savage Swipe. I mean, What if I attack with everything except Vault Scourge? If they block anything on with Dino and then leave any 2-power thing alive, which they have to do, they can only kill two-power things, then I can post-combat Savage Swipe a Dino. What if I attack with everything? Then they go block Vault Scourge, Dino on Vault Scourge, they block Boarding Party on, let's say, Nest Invader, and then they block everything else. Doesn't really accomplish that much. I could attack with one Young Wolf, Quarian Ranger, Burning Tree, Pit Skulk, and Nest Invader. And I want to be able to Savage Swipe the Dino at some point here. It's not worth it. Not sure if it's worth it to attack. Okay, if let's say I attack with Nest Invader, Pit Skulk, Burning Tree, one Young Wolf, and Quarian Ranger. They're at 9. They're gonna have to make some blocks. The only thing that kills my creatures, I guess they can trade Vintorn Elves for Quarian Ranger. That's fine. And then they have to make some other blocks. They'll probably block Boarding Party on a 2/2, and then they'll probably block. They probably won't block with Dino. So they just get to eat something. I don't know if it's worth it to just save this Savage Swipe. They have another Rebel Fort and an Axebane Guardian. I could literally just pass here. I mean, I could attack with everything except Plant and Vault Scourge. And then I can even untap like a Young Wolf to block with. I think I'm just going to do that, actually. Don't know if this is correct, but I think I'm gonna do it. And I don't need to decide this second. I have time. So again, attack here, 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 here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. If they don't want to block anything with Dino, I don't get to kill Dino, but I think that's actually unlikely. Just gonna attack here and just try to get this off the board just so I can win with this. So they are gonna do this. Okay. So I have to like basically like 3-for-1 myself here, but then maybe I just go door to door with this Vault Scourge. Okay. So I guess I don't need to use this right this second. So I just let damage happen. And then I go Savage Swipe. Or I guess I can just fight oh no, I can't fight a Young Wolf because I needed to get +2/+2. Savage Swipe, fight here. I have to lose my Nest Invader for this, but I think it's worth it. Then I untap a Young Wolf as a blocker and pass the turn. I can untap another Young Wolf with Quarian Ranger here. That looked like it was bad for me, but I mean, I just really wanted to kill Dino. If they have another Dino, I get crushed, obviously, but I think it's correct. There's Axebane. So their hand is Boarding Party, Rebel Fort, and something else. 2 other cards that we don't know. They have so much mana. There's the Boarding Party. Not a draw spell one time. Valakut Invoker. That can bolt anything for 8 mana. How many defenders do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can bolt one thing right now. But I don't think they can't bolt twice yet, so I can get one hit in here, but my window is drastically closing. Another Boarding Party, okay, and to lead the Stampede. Okay. And there's a Crusher, Mole Drifter, another Boarding Party. That's why this matchup's rough. I just wasn't quite able to close the door. Now they can just have this active. I need to top deck a second Savage Swipe here. Oh, they hit the Quarian Ranger. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Walls is definitely rough. Kind of like elves in that sense. They're gonna play a Ulamog's Crusher and like attack with everything, I think. Maybe they make a mistake. Okay, they play Crusher. I think they played this boarding party as well. Okay, let's see what they attack with. They have to attack with Crusher. So they're just attacking with only Crusher. Okay. So I suppose I sack Forest, Young Wolf, and then block with Young Wolf. They can shoot this once on their turn or shoot me or something. I don't Yeah, I don't think I have outs. Because if I draw like a Vines, it's still not enough here. By you, Groff. I don't think that does anything. Could have not used my Savage Swipe and just waited, but I don't think that would be great, honestly. This is not going to work out. I could have untapped Vault Scourge, but I didn't. Just F6ing because I think I'm dead. They can just do so much here. They can go like Mole Drifter, draw cards, and they can activate this like, what, 3 or 4 times and just kill my board. Is White Star usually on this deck, or do they even usually play Pauper? I'm not sure. So, am I just not sideboarding? I could bring in some number of Gut Shot for their like Quarians and stuff, and the few elves that they have. I'm at 31 and they're at 5, but now they even have a flying blocker for my Vault Scourge. And they have so much mana. Jeez. Super, super, super dead. They have 7 defenders into Dino. I'm just packing it in. They got me into Mole Drifter. All right, all right, all right, all right. That's enough. That's enough. We need to draw Savage Swipes a lot earlier than that and stop them from drawing infinite cards. Do I want Gut Shots? See if we can find the opponent's list as usual. Let's see, let's look at their name. Yeah, they play a bunch of different formats. They play a lot, figured. Okay. They got 3rd place in a recent challenge. Oh, this is not the same deck. Excuse me. Let's see if I can find anything. They play like every format. I'm not seeing any other Pauper results, but I can assume they're just on a pretty standard list. Korean Ranger is really important, and nabbing their elves is good. I just need to do, I think, anything to slow them down. And I think Nest Invader is just not good enough. I don't think Riverboa does anything. I don't think Gleeful Sabotage does anything. Same with the Relic. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. Vines isn't great, but at least if they block and I can just Vines kill one of their walls, like, I think that's a plan at least. Nope. Ugh. Sure, sure. Put back the Vines. Sand is not good. This is where Colony Garden's costing me. I always say Colony. It's Colony Garden, I think. But whatever. Could have mulliganed again. Maybe I was supposed to. I wanted to just make a huge thing and hope their draw wasn't too fast. Definitely in trouble here. This could have been a bad keep. Definitely the last round and this round haven't drawn as well as I have in the past, but that will definitely happen with this deck. Winding Way. For draw 3. One of them was a Quirion Ranger. There is a Savage Swipe here, but I don't even have a 2-power thing yet. I never drew a land. Am I supposed to just Rancor up a Quirion Ranger and just go? Just let them deploy more things. I mean, I can Rancor up a plant and then hit for 3 because then I have a 2-power thing to Savage Swipe with next turn. Oh, man. Don't think I'm winning this game. If I draw Forest next turn and they don't really have much, maybe. But, I mean, they just played another 1-drop on turn 2 plus a 2-mana draw 3. It's going to be rough here. Okay, well, I can kill this. Wow. Going off here. And then they can Quirion Ranger untap this, make so much mana. This is the power of this deck. Then they go Quirion Ranger. Get with all these. Then they go Quirion Ranger, untap this, make 4 more mana if they want. It depends if they have any more plays. I do get to kill Axebane Guardian or Rebel Fort with Savage Swipe here. Winding Way, jeez. And there's a Dino. Okay, well I have to kill Axebane Guardian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or I'm not exactly sure. They have like 10 or 11 mana. They can still Dino next turn. It's gonna be tough. I have to still kill Axebane, I think. Yeah, maybe this was just a mulligan. Could kill the Rebel Fort, but I think I just have to do this. If this land was a forest, I would actually be functioning so much better because I would have 2 mana per turn instead of 1. All right, now they're just playing a Dino into Caretaker. They did the Dino with haste though. They're at 13 with 1 card in hand, attacking for 6. Okay. Brutal. And they can even just trade here. If I attack, why don't I just start by attacking? Then if they block with Quirion Ranger, oh, they can untap their Dino. Duh, that was just a punt. I guess I can still hunger my Quirion Ranger, but it's not like it's that good. I think it's what I should do though, because I don't know how else I can really trigger Morbid. I just don't think I can win. I go to 8. Savage Swipe. They do have 8 power in play as well. So I can attack, play Young Wolf. That's all I can do. I can Savage Swipe something, but it doesn't seem good. They're taking? That's interesting. I feel like they should block with, just chump with something random. Okay, they're at 9 with nothing really going on. Let's get a 2/2 so I can Savage Swipe. Brutal. I'm at 3. So I have to block this with at least a 4/4. So there's nothing really that great to Savage Swipe. Just gonna play a Rancor and pass. Am I dead? Because I can go block here. Oh, I could have attacked and then untapped it. No, I can't untap because I don't have any forests. But they only have 8 power, and I have 6 toughness, so I can go block here, block here. Then I go to 1. So I don't think I'm dead yet. Oh, no, these only do stuff when they block. I have no clue what they're playing right now. Cannonade for lethal. GG's. That was a blowout. I think that was just not supposed to be a keep. I think I should have just gone to 5 and just hoped for a good like savage swipe or like quick Groff draw or something. Now I'm down to 3-3. I have to win the last one for any prizes, and I'm out of top 8 contention. Brutal last 2 rounds, but that's okay. Still having fun, and I'll see you in the final round, in round 7. Welcome to the 7th and final round. We're against who is Alexander Weber, and he is a Pauper streamer. Great content. Check it out. You can check out Alexander Weber's YouTube as well. I'll put a link in the description below. So go check him out. I actually might be recording some stuff with him in the near future. So yeah, cool guy. Check out his stream. Check out his YouTube. We're both 3-3. So I think whoever wins this will top 32. Whoever loses will not. So it is what it is. Yeah, but we'll have some fun here. Would you like to play first? Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I don't know what they're playing. I haven't checked out his stream today. He could be on Affinity. He plays that a fair amount. Could be on Mogwarts. I just don't know yet. I don't know what I would prefer him to be on. It's like as far as what gives me a good chance to win, but we'll see. Is it Affinity? Or is it Mogwarts? Or just something else like Fae? But he doesn't usually play Fae as far as I know. It's just like in the challenges. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it could be Mogwart still. We don't know. Nettle Sentinel. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go attack, Burning Tree into Nest Invader, do the Stompy thing. Definitely was not gonna Rancor plus Nettle to start. I think this is better. Okay. Put 5 power into play on turn 2. And Swamp. Yep. Snow-covered swamp, though. Is it blue-black Fae? Are they on blue-black Delver, maybe? Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, looks like blue-black Delver, most likely. They missed. Sucks. I think this is a reasonable matchup for us overall. Another land. I mean, I don't mind just Rancoring up a Korean Ranger attack with everything because then they can block here, take 5, or they can trade with Korean and I get my Rancor back. So yeah, I think I like that. Let's just start with just Rancor, Korean Ranger, attack with these 3. And I want to use this spawn to play a Nest Invader plus a Nettle Sentinel main 2. I don't need to use Korean Ranger's ability. But this allows me to attack with this creature as well to utilize it. So I think that this is a good play. It just makes it like, yeah, I could make one of these 4 power, but then they just get a free block on my 2 power thing. And yeah, if they want to trade for this, that's fine. If they want to block here, that's fine. So I like this line. Don't have any hunger or anything, so is what it is. Now let's just go Nest Invader plus Nettle Sentinel. And then I'm not going to use Quirion right here. Okay, we have a huge board. They have 6 cards in hand. We'll see what happens. I mean, they're pretty far off casting like a Gurmag Angler. So yeah, they can play like I think worst case scenario they would play like an Echoing Decay on my both of my Nest Invaders or something. Of course, I whenever I say worst case scenario, that's usually what happens. So I probably should stop saying that. Land, worst possible draw. Can just attack literally with everything, but probably just leave spawn back. Just slam, and then I'll untap Nettle Sentinel because I have no other way to untap that. Don't do it. Okay, just spell Stutter Sprite to block. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to trade with Quirion Ranger with that. Actually, yeah, I'm actually fine with this. So let's go untap. I guess this will untap because I'm going to cast a Rancor. So I'll just untap something else. And then I'll Rancor up one of my 2-drops. Probably not the Nettle because I don't know 100% I'm going to be able to untap that next turn. Right. I should probably not put it on Nest Invader in case of Echoing Decay. I'll just put it here. And then, oh god. Right, they're at 2 though. I have 3 2-power creatures, but they can still cast like removal spells and make blocks and stuff. I wonder if I was supposed to not cast Rancor to play around that. I mean, they had to go down to 2, so I don't think so. I'm still in a reasonable spot, especially if I draw like a Savage Swipe, a Hunger, I have a lot of good draws, just more creatures. I mean, I can attack with everything right now, and they have to have double removal spell or creature plus another cheap removal spell, which I don't know. It's going to be even tough to like just for them to get out of this situation as is. So we'll see. I think Weber is streaming right now. I'm going to go check it out after this. I'll hop into the stream. Nope. Just preordained brainstorm concede. Again, when we just go so wide like that, I think it is good for us. And we did see Spell Stutter Sprite, so we know they're Blue Black Fae, not Blue Black Delver. So I think that makes the matchup better for us. I don't think I want relics. Like it's they probably have like 1 or 2 Gurmag Anglers. Oh, Riverbow is coming in as well. Hell yeah. I think again this matchup is just reasonable for us. I like to side out some number of Groffs here generally. I definitely like to side out Vault Scourge because they have like Fairy Seer, Spell Stutter Sprite, and maybe even more than that. It's like the flying isn't that good in this matchup because most of their like small 1/1s have flying anyway. So yeah, you can make this big, but you can just make something else big. I also like siding out a Hunger because it's not very good against their removal. I think Savage Swipe just has to stay in. I can board out a couple of Nest Invaders because it's kind of weak. I can board out more copies of Hunger to play around removal a little bit better. Keeping more creatures. I mean, Cast Down, Snuff Out is all good against Hunger. It like 2-for-1s me. Nest Invader just gets kind of brickwalled by Augur, but so do all my 2/2s. I don't hate this. I don't usually do this, but I can try it. Keeping in all the Young Wolves to play around Edicts. Again, sometimes I don't hate just like also just leaving in a bunch of Groffs because it's just honestly such a good card. I'm continuously impressed with it. And they have to have like Cast Down and Snuff Out specifically for Groff. Could go down to 2 though. I think maybe 2 is fine. All right, let's just play it safer against removal. Double Hunger coming out as well. I don't know if this is correct, but Get a lot of good cards with Longbow, Riverboa, Gutshot. These are all good in the matchup. This hand's fine. I mean, nothing incredible. Just going to keep. We're on the draw here. 3 lands, 4 1-drops. If I draw any number of lands in the first couple of draws, I'm going to run out of gas real quick and probably not win, but I don't think I'm supposed to mulligan a hand like this. No, why? Why did I have to say it? I always have to say it. Okay, what you got? 2/2 go. They're just going to play a removal spell right now. Chainer's Edict? No. That's embarrassing. The embarrassing young wolf. Go. Could have played around that, but I wanted to get more damage in. A little bit greedy. Wasn't necessarily expecting them to have edicts post board, so. Brainstorm lock. Augur, okay, that crushes me. Unexpected Fangs, okay. I'm gonna just Rancor up my Young Wolf attack and then play a Skargan. I don't know if I'm gonna win this game. Okay. Okay. Still just gonna go with the line, I think. Yeah, their removal again is good against Groff, but I'm still happy with Groff in general. Okay. So now I can just play a Groff or I can play a Skargan. I'm not playing around additional edicts as well. Maybe I can just get up to 5 and cast this Groff, as weird as that is. What if I just play Groff, get my Rancor back? Like, they can just play like a Gurmag Angler or something next turn. If I resolve Groff and then it just gets killed, that's pretty bad for me. I think I'm just gonna wait. I mean, I have 4 mana right now. So next turn I play a land, maybe I draw a spell, I play it. The turn after I use Quirion, just tap 5, make 5 mana, play Groff for 5. And then that's just like value. I don't know. It's obviously really slow, but I'm not winning this game like in the next turn or two anyway. And especially if I play Groff and they just cast down Groff, it's really bad. Okay, well, they cast down that. So I am kind of making them use removal spells here. I'm going to attack with Young Wolf, and I might just end up playing Groff, sacking Young Wolf now. We'll see what I draw. Gut shot. Alright. They could just counterspell the Groff as well, which would be annoying. I think I'm just not going to play it. I'm just going to wait till next turn. They probably have counterspell up here as well. Just force them to keep leaving mana up. I'm just going to do the Quirion Ranger trick next turn and just play a Groff for 5 mana. There's an Ice Tunnel. They have 4 cards left. One of them's Unexpected Fangs. They can attack, and then if I block, they can play Unexpected Fangs. I think this is actually a good block because they're going to play Unexpected Fangs, and then I'm going to Gut Shot. I guess I get crushed by a counterspell, but I mean, otherwise they have a 2/4 lifelink. I mean, maybe that's just fine. And keep the Gut Shot for like a Spell Stutter Sprite. They're gonna Unexpected Fangs, and then if they have Counterspell, I get completely blown out. I'm just not gonna go for this. Just gonna let them Unexpected Fangs if they want. It's also an Unexpected Fangs they're not playing on a Gurmag Angler. Oh, it's a Ninja? And then Unexpected Fangs the Ninja. Maybe I should have blocked. I wasn't really thinking about Ninja. Okay, that's not ideal, obviously. They drew a card. They used their fangs. I just draw a land. All right, I'm gonna attack, play a Groff for 5, then have Gut Shot up still, and I can always untap something with Korean Ranger if I have to. So we know they have an Augur in hand, which is not great for us. 5 mana, 5/4. So funny. And Counterspell. Not ideal. They have 5 cards in hand. One of them's Counterspell. If they attack, I'm just going to snap off a block with Groff. Ice Tunnel, okay. They're a little bit flooded as well. I mean, I'm just going to block with Groff here. If they attack, which, yeah, I guess, why would they attack? And I can slam with both because I have a Korean Ranger to be able to untap. Okay, just snuff out Groff. Why didn't they didn't want to attack into this time? Okay, they go to 9. Nettle Sentinel. Okay, let's just attack with Young Wolf. I know they have a 3/3 lifelink, but again, I can untap this. They have a counter spell in hand. All right, they're trading there. Oh, I have to stack these. Okay, Rancor comes back to my hand. I think I just play Nettle Sentinel. And then I'm not going to play Rancor, I don't think, if they don't counter this. If they counter this, I'll obviously play Rancor. If they Spell Splitter Spread, I get to kind of blow them out here with Gut Shot. Okay, they counter it. Obviously, I'm going to do this now. Should I put it here? Because then I can still just trade with Ninja. I think so. Trades with Ninja just the same. Might as well just replay a land. Pass. I have this Gut Shot just sitting here. Removal spell on Korean is brutal. Flashback Edict. Okay. Maybe because of that I was supposed to put the Rancor on the other creature, but I don't think so. This is actually pretty even. I mean, they have much better draw potential, especially with cantrips, but looking okay here. Brutal. I'm going to attack. Removal spell crushes me just the same. Make it look like potentially I drew something and I want to untap anyway, so. No removal spell, please. Fairy Seer is fine. I can just Gut Shot that. I mean, I obviously have to block the 3/3 lifelink ninja if they attack. Okay, I can see what I draw for turn. I don't need to Gut Shot yet. Young Wolf. Young Wolf's actually not a bad draw. I could do an interesting line here of attack now. They went top top. That's scary. I could attack, and if they just block here, then Gut Shot, and then hit for 3. I'm going to do it. So if they block, I'm going to try to Gut Shot. Because then I can just still trample over, put them to 3, and then they're in kind of a rough spot. All right. They're just trading. Okay, happens. It's go play land, play Young Wolf. Do I try to Rancor it? They know about Rancor. I'm not sure. Wow, just resolved. I can upkeep Gutshot this to play around Spell Stutter a little bit because they topped. It also plays around Ninja. I think I'm going to. Okay, nice. Thorn, jeez. Now they know the next card they're going to draw too. It's probably a removal spell. They didn't play anything end of turn. Brutal. Netherland. At least I get to be on the play for the last game. And if they don't have a removal spell here, then I get to just have a 4-2 wolf. I'm surprised, honestly, how well I've been able to do in this game considering. Cold. Oh, wow. That's surprising. Letting me take the Monarch and hit for 3. They value their Thorn. They don't want me to upgrade my Young Wolf as well, maybe? Alright, I get to draw a card here. The Quarian Ranger, sure. I guess I'll just keep a stop here. They can probably attack back to take the Monarch. Pretty bold to have Thorn post board. I guess it's fine, especially if they can ever stabilize in Thorn. It's a good way to win. We've drawn 7 lands in the top 17 cards. It's definitely above average, but it's not insane. Preordain, top, and then Augur, so they should hit. Yeah, cast down. Okay. They're going to attack and take back the Monarch, right? And then they just cast down my Wolf when I attack. They have 4 cards in hand. They get to draw an extra card from Monarch. And now I'm in trouble. I mean, if they don't cast down on upkeep and I draw Vines, then maybe I crush them here. Are they going to cast down on upkeep? No. Let's just attack. Again, I think they're going to just play their cast down now. Then I just play out all my stuff. Oh, they're just going to block. Interesting. Young Wolf undies. And then I guess I'll just lead on my worst things, and then I'll go Nettle, then I'll go Rancor. Or I could just not play Rancor this turn, knowing they have a cast down. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just make them keep holding that up. Oh, geez. That is brutal. But I actually cannot play Rancor here. Again, because I know they have cast down. And they still have the Monarch, unfortunately, and a cast down. Brutal. This is the fight for the top 32, which is actually a fair amount of prizes on the line because it's 300 play points plus 5 chests, and I think the loser of this round gets nothing, so it's actually pretty massive. Oh no, Ninja. All right, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to win game 3 here because I don't think I'm winning this game. They have cast down and spell stutter in hand. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try to Rancor because I think they should spell. I guess they'll just cast down and then they'll leave spell stutter in hand. But maybe they just spell stutter this. I have to hope they spell stutter this and they hold cast down or something, and then I can maybe somehow get them with longbow. I don't know. All right, well, not so lucky. Just say no to this, whatever, it's dead. Rancor dies. And then this just gets countered. Yeah. Just need to pass. They are at 6, but Monarch too good. Okay. Do they have another ninja? Do I have to block here if they attack? I think so. They have another ninja, which I think they probably have. Why would they play this? Yeah. All right, let's just go to the next one. Just too much. All right. I think I like my sideboard plan, especially going down to 2 Groffs does seem good. We're at 3 Nest Invader, 2 Riverbow, which I didn't see. The gut shots are definitely good because they have some number of fairies here, and specifically against Spellstutter Sprite, it just crushes Spellstutter Sprite. Let's just run it back. Let's go game 3. All right, game 3, final game of the challenge. Would you like to play first? Yes. Obviously, I'm keeping this hand. This hand is great. I can even play around an Edict nicely with my Eldrazi spawn, or I can just Rancor up my Nettle onto. This hand is great. This is exactly what I want to see. Even have the Savage Swipe for like an Augur that can get in my way. I think I'm just going Nest Invader into Burning Tree into Nest Invader next turn. All right, Fairy Seer is fine. Definitely playing around Edict is nice. Don't get to play Rancor yet. They went top. It's fine. Quirion Ranger. Let's attack for 2 and then play out my 2 2-drops. Yes, yield. And then Nest Invader. An interesting line there would have just been to go Savage Swipe your Fairies here, play a Rancor. But honestly, I like this better. This just gets all my creatures down, and then I can still, like, they're going to have to play something. Like, I already have 6 power, and this plays around Edict as well. Nice. I figured they would just Augur, honestly, especially when they went top. I honestly thought they were going to Augur. Oh, but now they can have Snuff Out because they played Swamp. I mean, that's unfortunate for me. River Boa. You know what? I could just attack with all of these and then just go play Quirion Ranger, play River Boa because of Snuff Out. I mean, I guess it's not getting better, but they might have to snuff out something at some point like this, and then I can Savage Swipe later. I'm actually going to do it. If they don't have exactly Snuff Out, I kind of crush them, and if they have Snuff Out, I get crushed. I wish I had more stops to see if they were F6, but I don't think they would. It's basically like, if they don't have Snuff Out here, I'm going to win, and if they have it, can I still win? They go to 14. And then I still get to rank or something. And then then I don't get to play Riverbow this turn. I guess they could double block a 2/2 and then just trade Fairy Seer for it as well. All right. Let's just go. Just blow me out. They're gonna have it here. They're definitely not F6'd. Okay, nice. Whew. Whew. That was scary. That was scary. Now the real boss play by them would be if they have it and then waited for some reason to try to like get my Rancor that I'm about to play or something. Um, just untap whatever. That was honestly scary to go for it, even though they were tapped out. I think I just Rancor this. I guess I can Rancor my 4/4. Yeah. And then I just attack. This draw was pretty insane. I was scared of Snuff Out. But again, like I said, if they didn't have Snuff Out, I'm in a great position. And then I still have a Riverboa follow-up, which is just really nice. Hit them down to 8. Nice. Not planning to use Quarian Ranger because I want to have my 2 lands in play on my next turn, so. Ponder? Preordain? Yeah. Feel like if they didn't have Snuff Out there, now it's almost like too late because paying for life at this point is like so massive. Where is if they got to counter this, keep their auger, then it's like a whole different ball game or card game. All right, what you got, Weber? Gut shot my Quarian Ranger. Now do I untap the Nettle? I don't think so. They go to 6. Okay. Just gonna play the Riverboa main one for sure. Yeah, they can spell stutter it, but ooh. I need to untap this though. I can still play a Longbow off an Eldrazi spawn, which is actually really nice. I know it sucks that this gets spell stutter sprite, but I need to untap this, so I don't think I have much of a choice. Wow. They're gonna play a cast down or something. Then I'm just gonna resolve a Longbow, echoing decay. Just luckily I have a bunch of different named things. They're going to 2 here. They have to kill this. And I'm going to have a Longbow in play. They're going to 4. Okay, smart. Now I can Rancor to untap this. I have a 2/1 unblockable, and I have 6 power total. It's possible they can get out of this, but it's going to be tough. My draw was really good here on the play. Great match against Weber, though. Great match. Brainstorm shuffle into like Preordain, and then into Angler, maybe? Or Delver plus Angler? No, just Brainstorm. Looking for Angler, but that doesn't even do it. I don't know if they have outs. GG's, Weber. Looks like I think I secured a top 32, but I'm not even sure. So I'll just do the usual thing, and we'll come back after standings after this round. There's only two matches left. I'm gonna go pop into Weber's stream, and if he is streaming and see. But GG's, fun tournament. Ended up 4-3. Those losses in round 5 and 6 were pretty brutal, especially like against the mirror. I could have played a little bit better. But overall, I still think the deck is great. Would highly recommend it. Could go down to 1 Colony Garden. Let's actually go to the list. Yeah, could go down to 1 Colony Garden if you want. I don't know if it's better. I like all the sideboard cards. Could be 2 Relic in the sideboard is correct. I like Longbow a lot. Could be 3 Longbow in the side. It's just kind of like preference and what you expect based on the meta. One thing, I was just talking to somebody in the comments on one of my videos, and they were saying like, oh, what about like Ledgewalker? I still like to play 3 Ledgewalker in my deck. I don't think they were playing Groff, but I could see like cutting 1 or 2 Nest Invader. They said they cut some Quarian Rangers. Maybe go back down to 3 Ranger, cut 1 Nest Invader, and play 2 Ledgewalkers. Because then that would help me against the black removal decks, where I can just Rancor up like a Ledgewalker or something, which is reasonable. Some people still play 1 Elephant Guide, but I like this list. I would highly recommend it. and I'll see you for the standings. All right, here we are for the standings, and looks like we scraped in there in 29th place for a top 32 finish. 300 play points, 5 treasure chests, so got my entry fee back plus 5 chests. Not too bad. It sucks. Like, I hate the payout. Like, there was 2 4-3s that don't get paid out. They get nothing. And then all these 4-3s from 17th place, who almost top 16, which is funny. This is the combo player we played in round 2. Um, all these players from 17th place all the way down to 32nd place, you know, they all get paid. And then 2 players who have the exact same record, they did essentially just as well in the tournament. They performed just the same. They don't get paid. It's like, that sucks. I know over time it does average out, but still, it's whack. Okay, look at this top 8. We have Biko, generally the trophy leader in the Pauper leagues. This player is awesome. They're a really strong player, usually on Blue Black Fae. Sacred Devil, this is the player I was telling you about, the Stompy Master. I guarantee he's on Stompy. So I don't know if they are on a Groff build or a non-Groff build, but my money is on Groff, and I can't wait to see the results of this tourney to see. And I know some of these other players, Oscar Franco. I don't know Peppy Team. I know Juju Bean. I don't exactly know who they are though, but I definitely recognize the name. And then a lot of players here I recognize. So yeah, really cool, fun tournament. Yeah, at least all the 5-2s got top 16, and then a couple of them got top 8. There's nothing you can really do about top 8, but I think like it should just say if you 5-2, this is your payout. If you 4-3, this is your payout. If you 3-4, you get nothing. So depending on the number of players, there should be set payouts based on record and then also top 8. I would much prefer that. Because then you could even do like payouts for 6-1s, payouts for 5-2s, and then have a separate payout for top 8, which is just not related to Swiss record. That would just be such a better system. Who's with me? Okay. Anyways, still had a fun time. Those 2 losses again in round 6 and 7, or 5 and 6, were brutal, but I would honestly jam the deck for another tournament. Maybe go down to 2 relic. I'm not sure. Like I said, a couple of changes I went over that you could make, but it's mostly based on like what you'd expect. And deck was a lot of fun. Groff Stompy is the place to be. So my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Throw a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And my name is Max. Thanks so much. Peace.